Hey, this is Andy Fogarty from theathomewelder.com, and today I'm going to share with you how you can build a perfect arch finding tool for just $9 from stuff that you can get from Home Depot or any hardware store. We're not going to do any welding, but this is going to allow you to recreate perfectly measured arches every single time. So this is great for railings, gates, custom furniture. Anytime you're going to need an arch or a dip, this is going to allow you to get it perfect every time within minutes, within seconds really. It's going to take us about 5 minutes to make this thing. So let's get into it. Alright, so I just went to Home Depot and I got a little under $9 worth of material. I just got a few things, and one thing we got was a piece of all thread. Now it doesn't really matter what size, you don't want to go too small. This is 3/8, and I probably wouldn't go too much smaller than this, simply because we're going to be putting some tension on this, and we don't want this to flex under the tension. It's not going to be much, but we still don't want it to flex because that will affect our arch that we're going to be making. So this is 3/8. Now obviously if you want a bigger jig, if you're going to be doing large arches, you're going to need something much bigger than this, but for our purposes we're going with this 3/8. The next thing we have is just a piece of aluminum flat bar, just a strip of aluminum, not too thick. This is pretty flimsy. We want it because this is actually going to create our arch, so we're going to be bending it like this. So you don't want to get something too thin because it could crease. You know, laying around in the shop, something hits it, and you don't want to get too thick because it's just going to be kind of a pain to work with. We want this to be able to move very quickly and easily. Next thing we got is just two washers, two 3/8 washers to go on the all thread, and two 3/8 wing nuts to go on either side. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to drill two holes. We're going to drill our 3/8 holes right here on either side. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. This does not have to be perfect. I'm not even measuring this out. We're just going to slap this on the table and drill our hole. So now that we got our holes drilled, we're just going to take our washers and our two wing nuts and our all thread. We're going to put the all thread on there just like that. Thread it on, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Put it on there just like that. Slap our washers on there and our wing nuts here. Keep that one on there. And if, I didn't take this off, but you're going to want to take off any sort of wrapper, obviously, because you're going to be tightening this down, and that's actually what's going to create our arch. So we want to get this out of the way of the groove. So we'll tighten it up on the other side. Alright, so that's it. That's how you build the perfect arch finding tool. Now, this is really cheap, really quick to make. We made this in less than 5 minutes. And to adjust this, all you need to do is just take your wing nuts on either side, it doesn't matter, and just tighten them up. And what that does is it creates a bigger arch. Just pushes this up, and when it does everything nice and even. So you don't have to worry about it being off or having, you know, a weird looking shape. You're going to have a nice, like sunrise. It's going to look like a nice sunrise over the horizon, which is like this. And you want to have more tips and tricks like this, go ahead and go to theathomewelder.com, sign up to join us, and not only will you get MIG Welding 101, which is our free MIG course, but you'll get more great tips and tricks just like this to make your life easier inside the shop and outside the shop. So I'm Andy Fogarty for the At Home Welder, and I'll see you next time.